I am taking you out on a very bookish day out with some friends.
I'm still hoping that they'll...
So you've written another book?
I have, yes. Despite protests from various people, I've written another one.
How much did we love the Steve Cavanagh book event? Hello and welcome to another bookish video from me, Joanna, me, my dog and books. It's Saturday morning and I'm starting with reading this. It's Ever After by Amanda Prowse. I'll talk to you about it later. I'm only like 50 odd pages in, but I'm actually really enjoying it. It's not my usual genre. Maybe more contemporary fiction. It's not really family drama, unless there's drama that I don't see coming. But I'll tell you a bit more about it later and why I'm reading it, because the lovely people at Tandem Collective gave me it. I have a cup of coffee with. It's so quiet today because the kids are the dog sitters that they go to. Because we're supposed to be going to, or excuse me, can I start a vlog without yawning? We're supposed to be going to our friends. So they've got a holiday home. Well, they're about to sell it, but they've got a holiday home at the moment in Ardrissaig, which is like west coast of Scotland. So we're supposed to be going there for the weekend, but that's not worked out this weekend. We're just going to reschedule. So I've kind of got cancelled plans. I love cancelled plans. So, and I didn't want to let the dog sitter down at the last minute, you know, because that's our full-time job. So kids are in there for 2 nights. So last night was weird. Just not having them on the couch. We were able to have snacks. Well, that's quite interesting. Anyway, last night I was doing some crochet, working on my wee sister's blanket for next month for her birthday. And we watched Conclave. That is the first time I've seen it. Been meaning to watch it for ages. And, well, I mean, it's not normally something I'd be drawn to, but no spoilers, but that was brilliant. It was really, really good. And then today, reading, doing a bit of cosy hobbies. I need to go to the library. I haven't been to the library for ages with you, but I do. I've got some books to pick up, some to take back, and I'm going to go out for dinner. Going to one of my, actually pretty much my favourite restaurant in Glasgow called Sweetie Kitchen. It's owned by, it's like all vegan Asian food. Is it Vietnamese? I think it's Vietnamese. Family run in Partick. Chef's kisses, absolutely amazing. Tomorrow David's going to the Scottish Women's Open golf. So I'll pick up the kids in the morning and we'll have a day to ourselves. Then on Monday, I am taking you out on a very bookish day out with some friends. So my friend Bethany, it's her birthday today, and my friend Rachel, it's her birthday, is it early next week? It's a big birthday for her. So we have tickets to go and see Steve Cavanagh. So I'll take you to that for sure. But what we decided to do is make a whole bookish day around that. So we're meeting early, going to the West End of Glasgow, going around charity shops, bookshops, stopping for a bite to eat, and then ending with a book event. So yous are 100% coming with me. Anyway, spend a bookish weekend with me. Morning run, and I'm listening to Whalebone Theatre by Joanna. Is it Joanna Quinn? It's my July Patreon book club pick for Lauren in the books. Well, hope it's not too windy. It's quite nice for running though. It's historical fiction, so set in the early 1916 to kind of 1930, I think. So at the moment we follow a woman who's just married into this family where there's already a small child, all the things around that, and I think she gets pregnant. I mean, the husband-wife relationship's a bit sketchy, but like back in them days, then that's just what you did, you married.
person of a different gender to you. Anyway, a whale, I think a dead whale kind of things up onto the shore, and then there's a kind of people in the community go, if whales or any sort of mammal things up on the shore, it belongs to the royal family or something like that. Anyway, they've got the leftovers of said whale, and I think, given the title, they might turn it into theatre. At the moment, I'm really liking the characters. Historical fiction is a genre I can sometimes really like, but I don't veer towards. And the reason this was picked, because it was like a July book. It was a July sort of summer book, and it's basically a big book. So I'm doing it on audio, which will hopefully get me to finish it in time for tomorrow evening's book chat. I mean, look at the lovely tree. I decided this is a very pretty tree. Look at it. Isn't it? Anyway, I always like to stop and talk to you while I'm doing this run because it gives me a breather. Anyway, I better get running. Look, the cows are there. And do you know what that means? The cows are lying down, so it's going to rain. It's going to rain. Them's the rules. And it's a nice quiet one. Hiya, buddies. Hiya.
Friends, I'm back home. I've had a bath, hence the shiny face, wet hair, and because the OH, other half David, is watching football downstairs. I've brought myself upstairs. And so I get my crochet on. I'm currently watching, what's it called? Oh, I'll put it here. Can't remember. Something murder. It's another murder show. This, for if you're interested, is the yarn I'm using to make my wee sister's birthday blanket. I accidentally, well, no, it wasn't my fault, bought this online for pickup at Hobbycraft, and it was mislabeled, so it said like orange, what did it say? It said orange cream, but actually it was neutral cream, so I've got a wee bit of a neutral cream in here. But I used it anyway, and they were very kind. They refunded me for it anyway, and they got me an extra one. So I think I'm just going to crochet this one in, and then it's a mega blanket. Her birthday's on the 16th of August, so I think I've got time. Anyway, let's get crocheting and watching some wee murder shows. Woo! Oh yeah, and I forgot to say, yes, there is a huge, huge library haul coming. So stay tuned. It's Sunday? Yeah, it is. It's so quiet in the house. I have actually muted the ambience so you don't have Tweety birds on the background. So just dropped it's only just 9 o'clock, I think. Oh, time for breakfast. My stomach's just rumbled. Dropped the OH off. He's off to Ayrshire Way to watch the Scottish Women's Open golf, and so I have an empty. But the doggos aren't here yet, so I go to pick them up at 10:30. So it is so quiet. Like normally if I'm in the house on my own, the dogs are here. So this is weird. I don't like it. I don't like it, friends. Anyway, last night we were out for dinner, as you may have seen. Oh, Sweetie Vegan Kitchen in Glasgow's Partick is literally my favourite. Like everything on the menu is vegan, but it's like, family. Yum. If I could only go to one restaurant ever, it'd be that one. Anyway, what else did I do yesterday? Epic library haul. I need to show you that. My Gusto box has arrived. So I'll show you what I've ordered in that, in case you're interested. There's something. Oh, I need to go to the fort because I have a birthday bookish day out with 2 of my book besties tomorrow. Not my birthday, their birthdays. Bethany's boxing birthday day and Rachel's birthday eve. So I went to go and get them some little gifts for their birthday tomorrow because in true style I'm very prepared in doing it the day before. Yes, I should have prepared this better. But I've got lots to show you, and to try and get a slightly better sound for you, I have got myself a little mic for my vlogging. So I'm currently charging them and I'll try them on later. And you can tell me if it's any better or if I just look like an absolute nugget. So going to finish reading Our Last Resort by Clémence Michallon. I read The Quiet Tenant by them. Is it this year or last year? I can't remember. Brilliant sort of serial killer vibes in that. This one is a really nice mix of sort of murder, mystery, thriller, dark thriller in present day where we're not sure, on a resort, like a holiday resort, and 2 of the people that are
up for like we're there and our peoples of interest. Their past timeline, which we're going between present day and past, is escaping a cult. So I'm here for it. Last night watched is it The Companion or just Companion? Sort of horror thriller movie. Highly recommend. It came out in January, so we streamed it. Brilliant. Loved it. Loved the feminist rage. Loved the tech. The introduction of like tech and horror, which is pretty much most horror now. And what else did we do? Did we watch that? Oh, I've definitely watched a couple of, I finished Monsters in the Family, whatever it was. I finished that yesterday. That was really good. Highly recommend that as true crime. I'm watching, like, is it Pike County Murders? Not finished that yet. That is really good. And I've started this absolutely wild cult documentary. So the hair is wild as the cult. She's like the cult leader. And so far, I'm very early days in, but so far, in this church, God helps you lose weight. Who knew? It doesn't sound like a scam to me at all. Anyway, I'll let you know how that goes. Hoping to do some more crochet. And yeah, lots getting squeezed in today. Home. I just picked them up from the dog walker, so we're about to get them in. She has no patience, so she's going to start whining in a minute, aren't you? Let's get you in. Goodness. I got a wee mic. Does it work? I don't know. I got a wee microphone just to see if I could make the sound a bit better. Anyway, let's try it. But that's what that is. I was going to hold it, but I need to use my hands. Wonder if I put it here. Does that work? I'm an absolute pro, as you can tell. Right, I've got a couple of things to show you. First up, I do get Gusto, not sponsored at all. Oh, if they want to sponsor me, hi! I actually ended up getting a code for this from Lauren and the Books, because her and her David do Gusto every so often. And I have to say, I mean, there's obviously non-plant-based stuff, but as a vegan, it's one of the better kind of food ones for plant-based vegan options. They've got veggie and stuff, because I've looked at HelloFresh and a few others, and they're not as good. But we only picked 2. I normally get them for 4, and then you can skip stuff and all that. You can skip weeks. Normally I do like 1 or 2 a month and then skip the rest, because, you know, food's expensive. But I got David to pick this week's. So we have Vietnamese style meat-free chicken with rice, and tofu finger and katsu sandwich. So it'll be tofu being made. So those are the 2 recipes. I'm going to leave that tofu for David to make. So it all comes in the freezer stuff. Oh, I should have put this away last night, but I came in, it was all, it's my tofu. It's a bit bashed, but it will be fine. Can you still hear me if I'm over here? Because I've got the wee microphone. I'm just seeing when they're out of date. Because normally tofu lasts ages, but I never want to accidentally use. Let's put that in there. And this is like, so like chicken chunks, except they're not chicken, it's made of soya. So that will be for the Vietnamese meat-free chicken with rice. It sounds delish. Some, put these in the fridge. Ginger. Hi, Patty. Oh, as you know, I went to the fort because I wanted to get my friends Rachel and Bethany. I'll not break the box while I'm here. Why am I doing that? There's always a bag that's got all the, like, the spices or the herbs, stock, corn flour and stuff like that. So I always just keep all that together. And then we've got sushi rice. It's quite good because it portions it up. So if you want to make, there's a portion for 2, 3 and 4. So you can order for 2, 3 and 4. Again, not sponsored. Panko breadcrumbs. That will be for the tofish. What's this? Oh, mint. Lettuce. That'll be for the burgers. That'll be for the burgers. Ciabatta rolls. Oh, get radishes. You know, I've never really made stuff with radishes. And then here, I'll show you the rest. So you don't need to see. You see it there? There's carrots, lime, potato, cucumber, and onion. Oh, put you back there. So yeah, that there is going to be my Gusto dinners. I need to actually do it like a proper food shop. I can't be bothered. But I'll do it online. Well, I got a new beanbag. Like patties in it. I got the other one I've put upstairs in my room, and there's a nice wee pink one for you guys. Yay! Wait, you see the cushion I got. I'll show that in a minute. Anyway, I'll quickly put this away and come back to you. So that's all put away. Can you hear that clip clop? It's always Lucy. Well, it's actually not always. It's one of the 2 of them. I got a decaf cup of English breakfast tea. Wait till you see The new cushion I got in TK Maxx, because the Halloween stuff's in. I couldn't resist. This is an all year rounder, you know. Halloween isn't just for October in this house. But I wanted to show you something else. What are you doing with me? My hair is an absolute riot. I went to the shops like this as well. But I'm going to show you this. I'm just taking the cellophane off. So the lovely people, and you know, I think I've bought this stationery before. Before they gifted me this. So sponsored. Except they reached out and asked if I would like a bit of stationery, which is a reading planner. Of course I said yes. So this is Clever Fox, and this particular, I mean, they do notepads, diaries and stuff. They do loads of different colours. I think this one was like a mint colour. I don't know what's happening here. Look at this. So somehow, don't mind this. Somehow Lucy's decided she's going to go on the beanbag with Patty. Never seen this before. Is it just because it's new? I don't have anything edible up here, just saying. Always wanted to be on camera. Anyway, it says, use this reading journal to keep detailed notes on the books you read, record your thoughts and favourite quotes. I really think I need to do that because I have a terrible ability to read a book, then easily take up to 2 weeks to write my review in Goodreads. And my review in Goodreads is normally the basis of what, like any reviews I'll post on my Instagram, TikTok, or tell you about here. It's normally like the basis of my feelings and thoughts. But see, if I've not made any notes, I'm like, what was the name of that character? Oh, what was that bit I really liked? And I did it recently for The Lamb, which I still need to talk to you about. 5-star book. I think Lucy's given up on trying to get company next to Patty, fighting over the new beanbag. Anyway, so that'll be good. That analyse and rank each book you finish, track your reading habit with a daily tracker, monthly reading log, daily reading tracker, books to read, reading list and index, 2 pages per book, thick no bleed paper, lay flat binding, a pocket for loose notes. Oh, it's got a pocket in it. So let me angle it so you can actually see this stuff. So this here is a reading journal. It's A5 size. I'll take that off. It's a lovely colour, isn't it? Got a wee bit from a pen. Well, look, there's even a whole how it works instructions. That's super helpful. So, and I think that might be, there is stickers. Right, so we have my name, my reward. I think that would have to be books. And then page, contents and rating. So I would just start, we could start from August and then work through, because it's not dated, which is quite good. Daily reading tracker. That would you tick if you've read. Books to read. Should really actually have something written down because they're all over the place. Reading list. And then this is where you have your book review. So you've got a 2-page book review. Title, page count, genre, started, finished, year published, themes. Well, I quite like this. I need to get colouring in. So there's loads of that. Loads. Oh, right, and then there's a pocket at the back. Look, there are also, no hassle refund. There are stickers. Oh my god! Let me know in the comments if you love stickers. I adore stickers. Oh, they're amazing. And obviously we've got, that's quite good. You've got like 3 of the bookmarks because you could split that between your book review pages and your reading list and your books to read or the reading log. Delightful, I have to say. Thank you very. I mean, I love the colour of it. There was a rose one or a lilac would have been my other two. And I do love how you get like proper instructions. Well, that's my afternoon sorted. Oh, so now let me tell you. Oh, do you like I got this from Topping and Co. in Edinburgh, I think. There's one in Edinburgh. Most of them are in Scotland. Edinburgh and St Andrews, Ely, and Bath. I need to get around them all. Anyway, I got my friends Rachel and Bethany birthday gift for tomorrow. Oh, did that make a noise? I'll soon find out. I got them gifts for tomorrow when we meet up, so you will get to see our Bookish day out. So here's what I got for each of them. So I've got the cards. Oh, it smells amazing. Right, so I got them each some Waterstones book vouchers. Oh, my envelopes are bashed. Let's sort that. I got them a bath bomb each. So I got one. Let you see this one. Oh, if only this was smell-o-vision. So this one's for Bethany. Oh, it smells amazing. Oh, don't break it. We just get lush all over the shop. Now, Rachel loves the colour green, and so this is a nice green one. She's a big Celtic fan. That was the greenest one I could find. Got them that. And then also because tomorrow night we're going to see Steve Cavanagh, and we're talking on our chat group that like neither of them. I've got one like second-hand one, but neither of them had a Steve Cavanagh book to that. To be honest, none of us have read Steve Cavanagh before we're going to this event, but I've heard he's a really good guy, and I do fancy his books, so going anyway. So I got them a book each, so they can get it officially signed, and then hopefully read it. Now I did try and get the same one because then we could do a buddy read, but they didn't have like more than one of the same book. And then then I got them a Halloween book bag each. So this one's for Rachel because she's got an awesome cat, and that will go with her outfits. And this one's for Bethany. Look at his wee blushed cheeks. So I'm going to make that up today and then give them the gifts tomorrow. And then I was wondering where that was. This is my bamboo fork that I take into work. And it's normally a little tub with bamboo spoon and the bamboo chopsticks. There it is. Been looking for that. I thought I'd lost it. And anyway, I picked up this, which was also in Waterstones at the time. Bloody Scotland is a crime writing festival in Stirling, which I was fancying. I can't afford to go for the full weekend. I've just been back from holiday. I've already booked tickets to go and see Shari Lapina on the 11th, so I thought maybe the 13th or 14th. Bethany's not a big crime fan, but Rachel and I quite like a lot of crime. And there's likes of Kathy Rice, so I've not read any of her stuff, but I know of her. Ian Rankin, Kate Atkinson, Jo Nesbo, Lucy Foley's there, Jeremy Vine, Denise Mina, LG Ross, heard of them, Adam Kay. Is he not the guy that wrote What's the Heart? This is going to hurt. I went to see him live with my friend Caroline. We went to see him live. Judy Murray. I mean, I'd really like to see Lucy Foley and maybe Jo Nesbo. Kathy Rice, maybe. I don't know when they're all on. Look at that. I need to get what you may call it, the magnifying glass out for that. Well, Alex Gray. So Saturday the 10th of September, why am I just reading you a programme? You're maybe not interested. Oh, Mark Billingham's there. No, remember in my last, I've got about 4 Mark Billingham books. I don't know what's on the when's. Let's see Foley there. Hold on. Oh, correction. These are the ones you can watch online. That's quite good, isn't it? Digital pass for a single event, £6. You don't mind that paying that if it was a true crime walking tour. Oh my god. Anyway, I'll need to have a look at that. Anyway, if anyone is from Scotland, been to Scotland and visited this, I think Chris Carter was there last time. But got to like, imagine Chris Carter, Karen Slaughter, Sam Holland would be good to have there. Let's have a nosy. I do love a bit of crime. Mostly true crime, I'm going to be honest. Anyway, so I picked that up, so I'll have a wee nosy at that. So I better go and wrap my presents. And over here, I have a look, see if I can zoom in. I have, no I can't, a massive amount of library books to show you. And I got, you know how some library books will do like books that are coming, that they're getting rid of in the library? I got 6 books from the library for £1. Absolute bargains, I'll show you them later. Also, if any of you have read these, let me know in the comments so that I know which one to get myself that we can buddy read with my friends who I've gifted this to. Anyway, I'm off to smell some Lush bath bombs. It's Monday and I'm heading into Glasgow for a Bookish birthday bonanza, is what I've called it, because I'm meeting with my friend Rachel and Bethany. Rachel's birthday's tomorrow, Bethany's was at the weekend, and we've got a big Bookish day out planned in Glasgow, so we're going West End, and then we are going to see Steve Cavanagh at Waterstones. So come with.
Let's find out. Welcome to Glasgow and Sauchiehall Street.
Thank you very much.
How many of you were here last year to see Steve? Okay, so first of all, yeah, I was ill, so I was going to apologise. But I made it this time,
Yes.
and lots of them came back. You must have done something right.
Yes. Yes. It's all because I owe them money.
I'm sure you owe them something. So you've written another book.
I have, yes.
Did you?
Despite protests from various people, I've written another one.
And you're okay with that? You're quite happy to talk and write books, and everything's going fine.
Talking and writing books.
Not at the
is
same
kinda
time.
me.
Not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
It's all fun.
But that's kind of basically me. I talk and I write books. Well, more talking than writing, really.
There's worse things though. I mean, you've wanted to do this for a long time. So getting to just write books and talk about it.
It's fantastic. It's a dream come true.
And they pay you for this.
And apparently so. There are some deranged people in various publishing houses who give me money when I say I'm going to make something up. They'll say, "What is it?" Say, "I don't know yet." Eddie Flynn will be in it. They go, "Okay." He's a reflection of, in some ways, our times, in many ways. But I got the idea for Eddie Flynn when I was cross-examining someone one day, and I kind of conned them into revealing that they were lying. That's my lawyer calling, by the way, just to say, don't tell that story. Yes, and they have all the same skills: distraction, misdirection, persuasion, and great trial lawyers have this. So I sort of thought, okay, that'd be a good idea for a character. Someone who used to be a con man, who's now a lawyer. That is maybe a reflection of some of the lawyers that I worked with in my legal career. Because some of them really were con men. Two lawyers, they didn't work in the same firm as me, but two that I knew, stole lots of money from clients.
Okay.
They didn't go to jail, but they weren't allowed to practice for a while. That's the way the Law Society went. You're stealing money, don't do that again.
We'll look after
for a
that.
while.
Okay.
Telling you. Excuse me. This isn't your show. It's nobody's show, to be fair. Come on, down. I need to tell people about the book hauls. Oh, bless her. She thinks it's her channel. I mean, it is. It's her and Patty's. But friends, I've got so much to tell you about. And I need to kind of keep it succinct, otherwise we could be here for days, because I have a book haul to tell you about. Both from my Bookish day out and from the library. But first, how much, I would find it, how much did we love the Steve Cavanagh book event? I tried to get a wee bit of filming without being like that annoying person that's holding my camera up the whole time. He was so nice. So this is the only Steve Cavanagh book I've got. I haven't read it. Confession, I've not read any Steve Cavanagh, but I'd heard he was a good guy, and it was I've always fancied his thrillers, and a few of my friends who are big thriller readers recommend him. This book is somewhere in the Eddie Flynn series. Maybe, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, book 6, I think. I think there's maybe 9, or this is the 9th. Steve Cavanagh is from Belfast, as you might have told from, might have been able to figure out from his accent. And the Eddie Flynn series, he has a couple of standalones. The Eddie Flynn series is his detective series. However, he has categorically said he's written each and every one of them so they can be read in any order whatsoever, or as or of standalones. So I might actually go into his new one relatively soon, even though I've not started the series, although I did feel compelled to jump onto World of Books and order book 1, which is, well, this is some of the defence, the plea, the liar, 13 twisted, then that one, don't know the ones in between, and then this is the latest one, two kinds of stranger. And all it says is she didn't know he was the perfect killer. And as far as I can tell from what he was talking about, the main character, Ellie, is like a social media influencer, and she does like random acts of kindness on her socials. And then, so when a betrayal causes her to lose it all, millions of people are watching. So he delves into like the world of social media. Quite a good villain, I think, is in this. And then Eddie Flynn, who is a trial lawyer, which is what Steve Cavanagh was before he turned to books or becoming an author. So that's that one there. Then, as you'll have seen, big Bookish day out. Most of the books, if not all bar 2, are thrifted, secondhand, all from different charity shops. So pretty much I just went around Glasgow donating to charity, I tell myself. But as you'll have seen, I also went to the library and I picked up 6 books for £1. So I'll show you the books I picked up for £1. And then I'll show you the books that I've borrowed, because I need at least 50 million books out from the library at the one time. So I picked up His Bloody Project by Graham McCrae Burnett, which I've read. I read it for book group many years ago. Scottish author. He's so nice. And this was shortlisted for the Booker Prize. It reads, so it's set in 1869 in the Scottish Highlands, and it's about the arrest of a young man named Roderick McCrae, and it's written, I think it's from his POV, to the point where full of unreliable narrators, you don't know what to believe. So clever, I loved it. Plus, look at the cover. Then, because I've started collecting MJ Aldridge's books, I don't know where this is in the series. Actually, I've got Eenie Meenie, right? I've not got any more of them. Not read that. I have been told by a friend who's a big thriller reader that I will like this series. So I picked this one up called Love Me Not. So I need to take the cover off it. The last Gillian Flynn book that I didn't own, Sharp Objects, finally have my hands on it. So that's me got Sharp Objects, Dark Places, Gone Girl, and The Grown Up. Ooh. Oh, and then look, also found another MJ Aldridge, Eye for an Eye. Where does this come in the series? Must be after this one. Yeah, it'll be after this one because it's not in that book there. Also, I need to watch because of the lights, they've still got the library covers on them. Picked this one up because I've got a couple of Claire Fuller books on my shelf and I quite like her writing. I've still got them to read. This one's called Swimming Lessons. And it says, 12 years ago, Flora's mother Ingrid disappeared, vanishing from Dorset Beach. Everyone, especially Flora's sister and father, Jill, believes Ingrid is long dead. Everyone, that is, except Flora. So when she hears that her father has had an accident and is insisting that he saw his wife, Flora rushes home. It's like that. And I picked up this one as well. No, Anatomy of a Scandal. I think it's a thriller. Yes. A high-profile marriage thrust into the spotlight. A prosecutor who believes justice has been a long time coming. A scandal that will rock Westminster and the women caught at the heart of it. And it's been turned into a Netflix series. So I want to read it before I watch the adaptation. So those are the 6 books. Come on, blooming bargain for £1. Then I borrowed these books. Yes. So this one is just out and I've seen a few people read it and really enjoy it. It's called One Yellow Eye. Look at that cover. And I thought it was a dark thriller, but when I was in Waterstones the other day, it was in the horror section. It says, a devastating, macabre love story. Grief, obsession, undying love. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's all I want to know. I like to go in knowing little, but Nick Cutter, who I like as an author, has written Obsessive on it. This one, no idea what it's about, but looked like good summer thriller vibes. The Haven. 16-year-old Cass Sawyer wakes up in the woods with a head injury. She has no recollection of what happened. So here for that. Graham Masterton, who I only just learned, as you'll have seen from the sign in one of the libraries I went to. He's a well-known horror author, of which I think I've only read one book. I can't remember. Anyway, I've not read it, but I didn't know he was Scottish. So, Ghost Virus, it says, A rash of murders. A young woman pours acid over her body. A loving husband kills his wife. A head teacher throws her pupil out of a window. Who or what has made ordinary Londoners commit such horrific acts? That sounds good. And then, I have read this author, but I've not read these two from her. It's Shari Lapina. Everyone here is lying, and What Have You Done are two that I've not read. And I wanted to read because I bought tickets to go and see Shari Lapina at a book event in Glasgow in September, I think. So I want to read those ones. Let me know in the comments if you're a Shari Lapina fan. Then, friends, the haul. Oh, let's get stuck in. I feel like something's going to fall. It's a haul and a half. A haul and a half. Right, all of these, bar the bottom two, are secondhand. So yay me. Yay me. Look at this cover. Most of these I blame my friends Bethany and Rachel for, just saying. This is Otesha Mosfeg, who I've read Lapovna, and I don't know if I've read any others. It's a weird ad writer, and this is my year of rest and relaxation. I've absolutely no idea what it's about, other than I adore the cover, and my friend Bethany loved it. She also recommended this one, which is Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. And it's London, 1862. Sue Trinder, orphaned at birth, grows up among petty thieves, fingersmiths. Under the rough but loving care of Mrs. Suxby and her family, but from the moment Sue draws breath, her fate is linked to that of another orphan grown up in a gloomy mansion not too many miles away. It's an extraordinary, ingenious tale of fraud, insanity and secrets. Because we were talking about historical fiction, of which I said I'm very picky about. I don't not like historical fiction, but it's a genre I tend not to immediately gravitate towards, and she said this is one of her favourites. And it's not historical fiction, as in it leads too much into history, but it's more about the characters and the plot. So there's that. She also recommended this one. I have no idea what it's about. It's Summer Waters by Sarah Moss. Blurbed by David Nichols and Hilary Mantel. It says, it is summer solstice, yes, but in a faded Scottish cabin park, rain is unrelenting. Set in Scotland. 12 people on holiday with their families look on at the skies remaining... skies... Start again. 12 people on holiday with their families look on as the skies remain resolutely grey. A woman goes running up the Ben as if fleeing. A teenage boy chances the dark waters of the loch in his kayak. A retired couple head out despite the downpour, driving too fast in familiar bends. But there are newcomers too, and one particular family, a mother and a daughter with the wrong clothes and the wrong manners, start to draw attention of the others. Who are they? Where are they from? Should they all be here at all? A darkness finally falls. Something is unraveling. And it's not even that long. 199 pages. I've never heard of that author or that book. Also Karen Slaughter. I actually think I have this one as a hardback, but hardbacks are just, that was the receipt. Where did I get this? British Red Cross. Hardbacks are just, especially Karen Slaughter hardbacks, are too heavy to carry about and read, so I wanted to get a paperback. I'll probably give the hardback to the charity shop. Razorblade Tears, top tier contemporary dark thriller which touches on social injustice, racism and homophobia. I adored this and I wanted to own it. So if you haven't read it, highly recommend. I need to read more of A.S. Cosby. Also picked this one up because it's by the author who wrote Let the Right One In, which I love, and Handling the Undead. Clearly it's horror. I have no idea what it's about. Something peculiar is happening. Stockholm is enduring a heat wave. Electrical appliances cannot be switched off and everyone has a blinding headache. Then the terrible news breaks. In the city morgue, the dead are waking. I actually did not know that's what it was about, because I just saw that. You sometimes do that. Saw the author, figure out the genre, I'm having that. Then I picked this one, which is by a Scottish author called Chris McQueer. And I've got his book Hermit to read from the library, which is his latest book, which is about a young boy spends a lot of time in his bedroom online and ends up getting involved in an incel group. This one is called HWFG. Now, if you've ever been to a gig or a club night in Glasgow mainly, often the crowd will shout, "Here we go. Here we go," right? So that's what this is short for. And it says it's this is the much anticipated follow-up to Chris McQueer's hilarious award-winning debut short story collection, Hings, Hings. Your fave, Sammy, gets a job and Angie goes, "Oh, I might need to get Hings first before I read this one, but also can we just love the cover?" Anyway, do that. Then my friend Bethany recommended Dear Martin by Nick Stone. Once again, it's not hugely thick. It says, Justice is a good kid, an honour student on his way to Yale, so why is he the one in handcuffs? So I think this is quite a poignant story about a young boy in a predominantly white school. You can guess the rest. Then I picked this up because I love Japanese fiction and was drawn to the spreadsheets. This one's called 6-4, and it says the Japanese crime phenomenon. So that pulled me in, to be honest. And it says, one of the most remarkable revenge dramas in modern detective fiction. Other than that, it says, 6-4, the nightmare no parent could endure, the case no detective could solve, the twist no reader could predict. Sounds amazing. It had spreadsheets. Obviously, when I see a Stephen King in the wild, I have to pick it up because I don't have this one. It's Full Dark on Stars. Full Dark, I'm reading it backwards. Full Dark, No Stars. I must have read this years ago, or maybe I didn't. It says, what is it about? Oh no, it's a collection of stories. Full Dark, No Stars contains close-up portraits which bristle with intensity, like different seasons and 4 Past Midnight, both of which I've read, which generated such enduring hit films like Shawshank and Stand By Me. Full Dark, No Stars proves Stephen King is a master of the long story form. It must be like 4 novellas, is it? I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like 4 novellas and an afterword. Got to get the Kings. Then one that I was really excited for because I've got the author's other book, which I haven't read but I think I might like, is Last One at the Wedding by Jason Rekulak. He wrote the book Hidden Pictures. It's been blurbed by Grady Hendrix and Riley Sager. Bestseller I've read all year and kept my heart racing and my mind reeling. That's all I want to know. And so I picked that up from Oxfam. Then this was an absolute bargain from Oxfam because I've had this on my Amazon wish list for evers. I haven't quite got around to treat myself to it. And it's not my usual, but I really wanted it. It's Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. Great nick, by the way. This is the kind of book I would never see in the wild. And it says, Yadriel has summoned a ghost and now he can't get rid of him. When his traditional Latinx family has problems accepting his gender, one of the reasons I want to read it, Yadriel becomes determined to prove himself a real brujo. With the help of his cousin and best friend Maritza, he performs the Quincy's ritual himself and then sets out to find the ghost of his murdered cousin Miguel and to set it free. I mean, it's obviously it's LGBTQ plus. I think it might be YA. I might be wrong, and obviously a little bit fantastical, but I'm here for it. Another one my friend Bethany said was amazing I had to read is Starve Acre by Andrew Michael Hurley. No idea what it's about. It says the worst thing possible has happened. Richard and Juliet Willoughby's son Ewan has died suddenly at the age of 5. Starve Acre, their house by the moors, not the moons, was to be full of life, but now it's a haunted place. Well, that sounds quite That sounds quite harrowing. Daphne du Maurier, yes please, got this one for £2 and it's the Jamaica Inn. One that's been on my radar for forevers. I love Daphne du Maurier's Rebecca, and she wrote The Birds, didn't she? And a few other kind of short stories, which I love. This one I haven't read before, but also can we just adore the cover? We're nearly there, friends. We're nearly there. Then I finally picked up book 4 of the Richard Osman Thursday Murder Club series, so I can now continue. And this one, look, has Reggie's. How delightful. Got that one. And then these are the 2 that are new, but I got them with my Waterstones points, so basically free. They are 2 manga books that I really, really wanted. They're both very different. And my friend Bethany helped me with the manga because she's a manga pro. And this one is, I think there's like 2 or 3 complete series as a chunk. Right, but this one I picked up because basically it's just too cute. It's the complete Cheese Sweet Home Chi. And it says, this book is The Cat's Meow, celebrating the conclusion of... Blah, 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 blah. The Complete Chi is a new edition that honours some of the best of the Sorry again. Can we just find out what it's about? It's about a cat called Chi. Like, look how cute. Like, I have no idea what it's about, but I want to love it. It says, Chi's Sweet Home made me smile throughout. It's utterly endearing. This is the first manga I've read in several years where I'm looking forward to the next volume. So my gut is that my taste in manga is either something so cute it's kind of like Animal Crossing, to this, which is utterly terrifying. But I can't stop looking at the cover. It's called Be Very Afraid of Kanako Inuke. Right, and it's a selection of short stories in this, and it says, this 6 hair-raising stories select... Oh, I'm taking the sticker off. I don't know why I do this when I'm talking to you, because it's just getting in the way of, like, me talking to you. And anyway, I've got it off. The 6 hair-raising stories selected for this collection feature an array of unnerving characters and scenarios brought to life in Inuki's signature art style in the tradition of Junji Ito, love, Kazuo Umezu, sorry, I'm doing a really bad job of the names here, Shintaro Kago, and Shoko Mizuno. I only know Junji Ito from that. I think possibly the second one. Japan's Queen of Horror manga returns. And, you know, that's all we need to know. So I'm interested going in. So, did I even finish that sentence? So I'm interested to go into this, but also can we just... I love this cover. So that there, friends, is a ridiculous haul of books I don't need, but probably the one of the cheapest and most charitable hauls I've done in a while. And even my 2 new books from Waterstones were pretty much free, which is great. I do realise I must have spent some money to get those points, but anyway, we'll not talk about that. I've also got a library haul as well, so really, I better get reading, to be honest. So, I hope you enjoyed this very bookish weekend reading vlog. If you've got this far, give me a book emoji, because that's what it's been full of this weekend. And thanks as always for liking, for commenting. If you don't already, please do subscribe. It really helps my channel. And I look forward to seeing you in another bookish video very, very soon. Cheerio!